All right, guys, so the last way we're going to learn how to solve systems is word problems. So we're going to start by doing our word problems. Okay, there's 4 steps to solving these. Okay, so there's 4 steps to solving these. The 4 steps are, well, the first step is to label your x and y values. So say x equals number of hours, or y equals number of days, those kind of things. So label your x and y values. The second thing you're going to want to do is to write out your equations. So the second step is to write out your equations. Okay, so we're going to say like 7x equals 100 or whatever, right? Our third step is to solve. Okay. I would say you won't really solve word problems by graphing. So you're going to solve either by using substitution or by elimination, whichever you prefer. We're going to go over a way to solve using substitution and a way to solve using elimination. So I'm going to show you both, but it's really your preference. Last thing we do is to label our final answers. So our answers won't really necessarily be in ordered pairs. You're going to want to label them. Tell me what those ordered pairs mean. Okay, so let's look at example 1. So it says a yoga studio offers memberships that cost $56 per month for unlimited classes. The studio also offers walk-ins charging $7 per class. So $7 per class. If someone attends enough classes in the month with the 2 options, cost the same amount. So how many classes will they be equal is pretty much what that's saying. And what is that total amount? Okay, so the first thing we do is, again, we're going to want to label what our x is equal to, and that's the number of classes. Okay. And then we're going to want to label that our y is equal to the dollar amount. So equal to the dollar amount. Okay. So now we're going to write our 2 equations. So our first equation, I would start with your unlimited amount of classes. So unlimited, that means we have an unknown amount of classes. It doesn't matter how many times we come. So really, our slope is going to be 0. So our equation is going to be something like y equals 0x, and then it costs $56 no matter what. So y equals 56x, or really, y equals 56. Okay, again, 0 because it's on unlimited amount of classes. It's unlimited. Okay, so there is no way we can say it's this many classes. Okay, so we're not being charged per class, but we're being charged for just in general for the membership. Okay, then the second equation is going to be we're getting charged per class, right? So we're being charged $7 per class. And there's no other fees or anything, so our 2 equations are simply y equals 56 and y equals 7x. So we're going to solve using substitution now, okay? So I'm going to plug in 56 for y. So that means we have 56 is equal to 7x. You know the drill, divide by 7. So x is now 8, okay? So now we really have the ordered pair, 8, 56, right? Because x is 8 and y is 56. But now let's say what that means. That means for $56, we can attend 8 classes. Okay, so does that kind of make sense? So we said X is the number of classes. That's why it's 8 classes. $56 is how much it is for unlimited. So that's our total amount. So we answered both questions there. Okay, so now let's look at the other. This example, we're going to want to solve using elimination. Sorry, not substitution. We just solved the last one using that. So we're going to want to solve using elimination. So let's read it. So the student council was raising money by selling hot apple cider and hot chocolate at this week's games. They sold 63 ciders and 32 hot chocolates at the football games, and they got a total of $253. They raised $174 at the soccer game, by selling 38 ciders and 30 hot chocolates. Okay, so we want to know how much they're selling each drink for. So that means we're going to label our X and Y's, okay, because that's our first step. So I would label, so pretty much we're going to do ciders as one variable and hot chocolate is the other variable. So we're going to say X is equal to the number of ciders. Okay, so X is equal to the number of ciders, and then Y is equal to the number of hot chocolates. Okay, so now we're going to write our equations, and this is going to be kind of intuitive, I think. So it's the first equation is going to be 63x plus 32y is equal to 253. So we get that from the first part, this number, this 32 hot chocolates, and the 253. So everything that goes in one equation is pretty much going to be read in one sentence. So everything that deals with one equation, all is read in one sentence generally. And then the second equation, they raised $174, so it's equal to 174. 38 ciders is 38x. Okay, 30 hot chocolates is 30y. Okay, so now we're going to solve by elimination, and you have to kind of think outside of the box here onto what we're going to multiply these numbers by. Okay, so I think it's easier to get 32 and 30 to the same ones. So we're going to get these middle two, these y's, to the same number. And we're going to do that by multiplying this top by 15. And we're going to do that by multiplying the bottom by negative 16. Okay, so you just have to get either your x's or your y's to the same number. So sometimes these numbers are going to be a little big, so you're just going to have to be careful there. So when we do that, when you do this, you're going to want to plug them all into the calculator. So we're going to end up with, for this first equation, we're going to end up with 945x plus 480y equals 3,795. So that's what we get for this first equation. For the second equation, we get negative 608x minus 480y is equal to negative 2,784. Now we're going to add up those two equations, and let's find the difference then. Okay, so when we do that, we get 337x equals 1,011. So I think from here you can pretty much solve. So I would pause this video and solve for x and y now. Okay, so when you do this, you should get x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. So you have this ordered pair. And when we interpret it, we have they sell cider for $3 and hot chocolate for $2. Okay, so if you got that right, then I would say good job. If not, I'd say go back and check your work, or call me over. All right, so finish up the rest of this unit and you are good to go. Good job, guys.